Hi, I'm back with another video, and this time it's a mini Goodwill Outlet haul. The reason why it's a mini one is we didn't get very far in the Goodwill Outlet. Back a few months ago when they announced that you could buy from Goodwill's website, I was telling Carol about it. Well, when I went looking, it popped up saying we had a Goodwill Outlet, and I was like, did you know we have a Goodwill Outlet? And she said no. So that was our plan, was to one of these days make a trip there. And so Carol asked me last night on Thursday if I wanted to go, and I said sure, why not. And so we got the GPS going on getting us there. It took a little bit of time trying to figure out if GPS knew where we were heading. And then when we got there, it took a little while to go through the parking lot, because I was not expecting the parking lot to be so small. Unless they had more parking off somewhere else, it was kind of small, and it was already full. And Carol said she thought they opened up at 9. When I checked my phone as we were leaving, it said it was 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and then Sunday is 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Except for this Sunday because of Easter. And so Carol was like, maybe I looked at the wrong date, or the wrong day, and I was looking at Sunday, and I said, maybe. And so when we got there, like I said, they were already full, and so we had to drive around a few times, check in to see if there were any parking spots. And so we were talking about parking along the sides, because they had some, like, I don't know if they're actually parking or people just made them into parking side areas. And so we drove around, and we were trying to get ourselves back to where we could go along those areas to see if we could park. And as we were going back around, we found a parking spot that was open, and Carol was like, was this here a second ago? I said, no, I think I would have remembered if there was a parking spot right there, right near that, right at the front. So we got in there into the parking spot, and then we were heading up there. And when we had gotten there, we had seen a lady leaving, and she had a cart full of stuff. I was like, somebody got some good deals. So we were discussing how someone got some good deals. And so we get up there, and there was a lady with a child in the cart heading inside. And so we got in, and we're looking around, and we didn't know. Carol's like, you see any carts? And I said, I have no idea where the carts are. So I figured we'd walk along and find the carts. And so we started looking around, and we were like, the shoes were next to us, and we're both like, nah, I don't think I need any shoes. So we decided to head over to the very first bins, which were all the books. And so books and like some miscellaneous junk. I don't know if that was where they put that stuff, or people put stuff in the book area. And so we were walking along and looking, and yeah, you had to watch out for people trying to run you over to get to this stuff. And then Carol looked around the corner, and she goes, there's even more books. And so after a little while holding the books, arms were starting to get tired and starting to hurt. She said she was going to go see if she could figure out where the carts were. And I said, okay. And then I just continued walking along the side looking at the books. And so I turned the corner and went around that side, and there were people standing around either looking through the bins. Little boy was like looking on the ground in one of the containers. I don't know if that was the books they were buying or he was just looking. And I saw some lady taking pictures, so I don't know if she was taking pictures to find out what people had at home or what she was doing with them. And so after a while of looking in those bins, kind of glancing, I decided to turn around and go and find Carol. So I had to look all around, and finally found her, and she was standing up by the doors looking for a cart. And she said she'd been sitting there waiting, and the people that worked there said we could use the yellow bins. And Carol was like, well, that's fine, but you can't take the yellow bins outside. And then we were discussing whether or not we'd be able to get our stuff out of the yellow bins or not. I said, yeah, probably have to jump in to get them out. And so we were both standing there, and when we had been walking along, I had seen in the middle was the clothes. And then I told Carol, I said, I think the back wall area where they had the signs and stuff, a bunch of the signs, was like probably knickknacks, because there was a bunch of containers. And I said, I think that must be where like knickknacks are. And so we were having this conversation about coming back and starting at the back wall to see if that was where the knickknacks and stuff like that were. And so we got done. We decided to go ahead and get done and leave because of not having a cart to carry everything. So we were like, we'll come back next time, look at, like I said, the back wall, and then work our way back to like the books and if anybody want to check any clothes out. And so we get up there to the line, and we're watching people go up, put the stuff on the little weigh thing, because the outlet they have they weigh by the pound, and I'm assuming that's clothes, and I'm not sure if they do shoes. Apparently it's the clothes. I'm not sure like if they do shoes, and then everything else in the place is done by price, because that's what I'd seen people talk about, was that they do it by the pound and then prices, and the prices are cheaper than the regular Goodwills, and then of course the by the pound. So people are very into getting in there, and I was like, I can see why the place is busy, because people were saying people are really into getting in there and shopping at the outlet. And so Carol gets up there, she puts hers on the weigh thing, and the girl's like, oh, we do it by the books, not the, not by the pound. So Carol had to pick her stuff up and put it up there, and she counted them out, and she told her that one of them was a like very thin cookbook. She went ahead and did it as a regular paperback book. I was trying to remember what it's called. And Carol was like, that's fine. She had no clue what it was going to be anyways. And then when I got up there, she took my books from me, and she started counting them out, trying to figure it out. And so I paid $9 for all the books I got. And she asked me if I wanted to round it up to $10, and I said sure. So I paid $9, and like I said, the dollar was $10, so it was like $9 for the books and the dollar to round it up. And then after we left, it took us forever to get out of there, because for some reason, we thought we could do it without GPS, and we were kind of like, I think we might have gotten ourselves lost, so we had to pull off to the side a little ways and figure out how to turn ourselves around to figure out where we were supposed to go. So that took some time to get out of there, out of the area. And then we went to Taco Bueno once we got closer to our home, to where we live. So we went to buy a Taco Bueno and got something to eat, and then came home and kind of fell asleep. I'm sure that's what Carol probably did too. Probably went to sleep too after the trip. So we, like I said, we got plans in the future to go back to the Goodwill Outlet and start, like I said, at the back wall, and then work our way back. And maybe next time we'll be able to figure out where our card is. So I was not expecting that. That was not what the reviews said. It would be hard to find a card. So here's the books that I got. So Roald Dahl, never can say that man's right. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. This is my grandma has a copy of the Charlie and Chocolate Factory, only a different cover, like a really older one. I read it once and I put it back in her stuff, and I don't know why I did that and didn't keep it with my books. And so I decided to get me a copy. Cartoon Network Scooby-Doo Picture Clue Book, Ghost School. It looks like it says number 17, level 1. And it comes with 24 flashcards inside. So pretty much the book is, they have like, you're reading the words, and as you're reading them, there's like a little picture like of Scooby, and it's like, Scooby said this and that kind of thing. And then the flashcards go along with it. So I thought that was kind of a cute little thing. Little Town on the Prairie, Laura Ingalls Wilder. We have at least a couple of at least one or two of the Little House on the Prairie books. This is not the best book condition, but I figured it would work for me to read it, and then, if I ever find more of the Little House on the Prairie books in better condition, I can go ahead and get that. Oh, there's a fuzzy. Laura Ingalls Wilder, On the Banks of Plum Creek. Like I said, not the best book conditions, but like I said, it'll do. Never Let Me Go. I swear I've seen this book cover before, and this is the winner of the Nobel Prize for Literature, apparently. So when I saw that, I was like, ew. Barbara Delinsky's 3 Wishes. 4,000 Years of Uppity Women. Rebellious Belles, Daring Dames, and Headstrong Heroines Through the Ages by Vicki Leon. So I thought that was kind of neat. Rachel Ashwell's Painted Stories, Vintage Decorating Thoughts and Whimsies. I've already kind of glanced at it. Those are the kind of pictures that are in there. So I thought that was neat. Rory Feek, This Life I Live. And then I saw Mary Pope Osborne, Magic Treehouse books 1 through 4, and they're all 4 in there. And then Magic Treehouse books 5 through 8, and they're all in there. Yeah, I went looking that up because I knew nothing about the Magic Treehouse, and they said there was like 28 books or something in the series, and that there's like that book series has been going on for a while. I think they said there was like I think it showed 2 or 3 different authors writing these things. I was like, that's a lot of books. And so this is all that I got. That was quite a bit of books for, like I said, $9. So I really think I did a good job on finding the books I did. I wish I could have gotten to look at more of this stuff, but like I said, that's in the future. A different, haul maybe, to see what all they have there. Like I said, I was not expecting to be so busy that early. This was our first time going. Thank you for watching. Bye.